Okay, so this is not the way that I expected today to go. Like, I had a completely different video planned until I opened Twitter this afternoon and I noticed a tweet from the RTC at the very top of my timeline, and they mentioned how people are angry. And now, you guys already know from the countless amount of times that we have covered topics where Roblox players are angry, that's when things are the most interesting. So basically, many people are angry that the developer reward was removed. They say the people abusing the feature shouldn't ruin the rest of the group's chance who actually did contribute to the games. What are your thoughts? And if your memory is a little bit fuzzy, allow me to remind you what happened, because I think 2 months ago, maybe 3 months ago, I uploaded a video called "This New Roblox Hack Caused Drama," and the hat in question was basically these new developer awards, and they were virtual crowns based on how many monthly active users their game received, and they went from 100 plus monthly active users all the way to 1 billion. And the way that these rewards went was, if you had a game and your game reached any of these numbers of monthly active users, you would automatically receive the crown in your inventory, or I think you would receive a message. And in that message from Roblox, they would ask you to input the usernames of anyone who helped you work on that game. And from that, like, obviously the golden crown, 100 plus monthly active users, it's the lowest one to get, and people could probably quite easily get that for themselves. So people were abusing the message and they were just inputting any usernames regardless of whether or not that person actually helped work on the game. And so the reason that these developer awards now seem to have been removed was because of so many people abusing that feature. Roblox is no longer allowing any side developers having the developer crowns. Only the main developer who owns the group or the game will receive it. This is due to many users having dishonest and inaccurate responses. Roblox will be creating a new program for developers that have contributed to the games. And this is, I don't know if this is the best way that they could have gone about this. I think at least temporarily disabling the whole application thing where you have to input the usernames of the people who have helped, I think that would have been more than necessary, because obviously people have been abusing this since it actually got sent to them, and people have been understandably upset about it ever since then. But now people have found a new thing to be upset or be angry about, and that is the fact that they are just simply no longer giving out the developer crowns to the side developers. Only the main developer, literally the person who owns the game, will receive the reward, which I think most of the time the main developer, like the account that owns the group or the game, either is just an alt account that is used to hold the game or the group, or they don't contribute as much as the side developers do, which again is very, very unfair, because if it is just an alternative account to hold the group or the game, first of all, the main developer themselves won't even receive the rewards anyway in that case. And then second of all, just imagine there is a big game and they have worked so incredibly hard to receive these rightful rewards, and now the tens of side developers just aren't going to be able to get the rewards for the work, for the effort, and for the time that they have put into these games, because people just couldn't help themselves with abusing this feature. Here is the official response from Roblox staff. It will be temporary until they find a solution. Okay, that is so much better, because I just said a few seconds ago, I think the most necessary and the best way that they could have dealt with this is temporarily removing this. Like, don't just completely permanently remove the ability to give side developers their rightful rewards, but actually only temporarily disable that, because obviously just leaving it as temporarily disabled rather than permanently forever, just full stop, that's it, that's gonna leave them with at least some kind of an open window to allow themselves to come up with a solution in which they can still give these rewards to the side developers who very much deserve said rewards, but also in a way that they're not going to allow anybody to abuse the feature that they have been abusing. It just kind of sucks to see them on the developer forums like announcing, "We are excited to announce phase 2 of the developer awards program." Like, they have gone out of their way to finally give the rewards to the developers of Roblox, like literally the people who make the platform what it is, because without game developers on Roblox, Roblox just wouldn't be Roblox. Every single game on this entire platform has been created up by the players, by the developers. Without those developers, Roblox would probably not exist, which surely means that it's only right that they give out these rewards to these developers. But the fact that they are literally having to restrict some of those developers from receiving their rewards just because some people couldn't help themselves and they just had to abuse a feature, and therefore they're just ruining it for the rest of the people who deserve these rewards. And so now if you go to the message and if you go to the application that asks you to input the usernames of the people who helped you work on the game, instead of saying thank you for submitting this and then giving those people the rewards that they deserve, instead you're just going to see this. Thank you for your submission. Due to an overwhelming number of inaccurate and dishonest survey responses, we have temporarily placed a limit on award distribution. At this time, milestone awards can only be granted to the owner of the experience. This was not an easy decision to make, which, yeah, I can absolutely imagine that it was not an easy decision to make. They are literally limiting the developer rewards that have barely been out for a few months at this point to only the people who own the groups or people that own the games. And it's very obvious, I think at least, that Roblox themselves, they did not like making this decision, and they probably also hit the fact that they have had to do this, even if it is just temporarily. But people being upset about this is very understandable, but I don't think people should be so angry to a point that attacking Roblox over this, because if they kept this feature up and if they continue to allow people to just input any usernames they like to do so, it was just going to get abused more and more and more, and that's also not fair for developers, because if it was that easy for anybody to receive these rewards just from somebody inputting their name in an application, I feel like that also kind of takes away from the status of the rewards and of these crowns. So I don't know, there was really no way to win in this, and I think all we can do right now is just wait and see for the solution that they come up with and just give them some time. But of course, as always, please let me know what you think of this, because I don't think there is any real reason to be so livid about this, that you're literally attacking or harassing Roblox over this, because even them themselves have admitted that they didn't like making this decision. They hate that they have to do this right now, but it's absolutely necessary, otherwise people would have just kept abusing it. So one more time, please make sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe, because I will always appreciate love and support that you guys give me, and you know what, it helps me out a lot. But let me get think of Roblox having to remove the developer rewards because people just wouldn't stop abusing it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.